Hey Sycamore Township, Tom James, trustee candidate here. I wanted to talk to you today about dirty tricks. Sadly, it looks like the dirty tricks in this fall's campaign have already gotten started. I thought maybe some internet crowdsourcing could help put a stop to some of them. Stay tuned for details about how you can help with that after I bring you up to speed on what's been happening. First, last month I learned that one of my opponent's campaign workers was spreading the lie that I was personally going door to door telling voters that a beloved longtime township employee was incompetent. It wasn't true. I've never said anything of the sort about the man, and I don't think that. And while that lie was designed to make me look bad, it was especially hurtful to the employee and to his family. Things like that shouldn't happen. And now, a supporter in Dillonvale with my sign in his yard called me and reported he was confronted by someone at his door who was campaigning for Mr. Connor. It was someone whom he said he recognized as being affiliated with the township, too. So this Connor canvasser confronted the voter and tried to intimidate him into taking down my yard sign, saying, "What are you doing with that sign there?" and so forth. When the voter didn't budge, the campaign worker then made the laughable claim that Mr. James hangs out with really bad criminals in Deer Park. Now come on. And when that didn't sway the voter, the campaign worker then told a real whopper, claiming, he's been disbarred as a lawyer. Now that's a crazy lie and it's slanderous. In fact, I'm in good standing in every jurisdiction where I've ever been admitted as a lawyer, and I always have been. The supporter knew it was all garbage, of course, and he told the campaign bully to leave his property. The guy left. Now this has happened before in other Sycamore Township campaigns, and it will happen again and again, but it shouldn't. I'm running for trustee because I want to undo the bullying, stay out of our way culture that many of our residents have experienced. Frankly, I'd be horrified if my campaign volunteers were telling people lies or trying to bully or intimidate them to get them to vote for me. I'd want to know about it so that I could stop it. I want your vote because you agree with what I stand for: open and transparent government, respect for voters, and prioritizing residents' quality of life over other considerations, not because you've been intimidated by bullies and thugs or because you've been fed poisonous lies by campaign minions. I'd like to think that Denny Connor, who is himself a very nice man, despite the people he's chosen to tie himself to politically, would be horrified to learn that this sort of behavior is going on in his name. I've pointed out that I disagree with decisions he's made in recent years and that we can't trust his judgment anymore, but he's still a fundamentally decent family man. I call upon him to ask his campaign workers to stop this sort of nonsense. And if you hear something about me that sounds like a carefully concocted campaign hit job, let me know or ask me about it so that I can set the record straight. Now back to that crowdsourcing idea I mentioned. The internet and modern gadgets provide some great ways for us all to keep political campaigns honest and above board. So first, if you find yourself at home facing any sort of intimidation or bullying by any candidate or their campaign canvassers, go ahead and whip out your smartphone and take a photo or a video. Ask the offender to repeat what they said so that you could record it and check into it. Or if you have one of those internet-connected front door cameras, save the video or pictures from it and then send me a copy. I'll be happy to publicize any instances of campaign misbehavior. Bringing some sunshine on campaign dirty tricks might just make them stop. Second, I plan to stand up to these bullies. I hope you'll help. So if you live in Dillonvale, particularly near Wexford or Wicklow at Mantell, and you were visited by Denny Connor's campaigners on Monday, September 9th, I'd love it if you could let me know who they were. Or even better, if you have front door camera video showing the people wandering your neighborhood that evening, please share it, because I'd be very interested in gathering further evidence showing who was spreading lies about my professional livelihood that evening. I'm happy to keep your name confidential, too, so that the bullies can't come after you about this. And isn't it sad that any of us even have to think about that possibility in a township trustee race here in our suburban paradise? Running for office has been a real wake-up call to the reality of what happens under the surface. Let's stick to the issues and have a clean campaign going forward. Join me in making that happen. Thanks. I'm Tom James, and I'd like to be your next trustee here in Sycamore Township. Paid for by friends of Tom James.